This is 91.3 FM, WCUW in Worcester, Massachusetts, with a recorded interview with actress Maria Olsen, star of several different films through her career. She's been in over 100 different films, all the way up to several which are currently in post-production and pre-production and currently filming. Thank you for coming on the show with us, Maria.
It was my pleasure. Thank you so much for inviting me.
You were in a couple films that we're fans of here at Radio of Horror, like Lords of Salem. You were in Lords of Salem last year.
I was, yes. I had a really great time shooting with Rob Zombie and Sherry Moon. We did 4 days, I think. I was on the set for 4 days while we were shooting in Los Angeles. And it was such a wonderful time and a wonderful opportunity to watch Rob and Sherry and Patricia Quinn, Dee Wallace, people like that work. And I just loved the movie, and I loved my time on set with them. It was really, really great. I was very lucky.
What was your character in Lords of Salem?
I was one of the descendants of the original Lords of Salem. The people that are lured into the theater at the end of the movie and they all get killed. I was also one of the women in the dream sequence, and I appeared in a pig mask. That was really interesting because everyone sort of watches the movie to see me, and then I'm like, no, I'm in the mask. Sorry. Yeah, but it was great fun. It was a very interesting experience. We shot in a wonderful place, the Los Angeles Theater, and it was just very, very interesting, great experience. It was the only time I can say that I've been on set and that I've actually been disturbed by the sight of other actors in costume. I'm usually, that's pretty cool. And I was looking at some of the wardrobe and the makeup for the characters in the movie, and I'm like, okay, that is disturbing. I do not want to bump into them dark, late at night in the dark sort of thing. So that was cool.
And you were also in, for horror fans, the Paranormal Activity 3.
I was, yes. I played one of the witches in the coven at the end of the film. That was a one-day shoot for me. We shot in a house in Altadena, and I think the funnest thing about that one was I didn't know I was shooting Paranormal Activity 3 when I was on set actually shooting it. The entire project had been released under another name, so to keep the storyline and the details secret from anyone who may have got hold of them and Facebooked or tweeted them out to the general public. So I only learned I shot PA3 about a week or two after I wrapped.
Did you come back for Paranormal Activity 4.5 where they returned to the house?
No, because it was a different timeline as far as I understand. If we ever come back and pick up the story in the same timeline that 3 ended, I'm sure hoping that I will be called back because I would love to be in another installment in that franchise. Oh, yeah.
And you did a little bit of voiceover work in the amazing Adventures of the Living Corpse.
Yes, Justin Paul Ritter, who directed that film, that was actually the second time I worked with him. First time was in the horror movie A Gothic Tale, which has been doing festival rounds, but it hasn't been released yet. And following that, he asked me to be in The Amazing Adventures of the Living Corpse. And I had a wonderful couple days recording my lines in the studio with Justin. And I was blown away when I saw the movie a couple years later at San Diego Comic-Con where it premiered. It's just, I saw it in 2D, it's meant to be seen in 3D. Even in 2D, I think it's amazing. It's just a different style of animation, and it's, I think, a great movie. And it was very interesting to be the voice of an animated character. I was listening for my voice, and then I was like, oh, okay, that has been put through a lot of scrubs and changes, and it didn't sound like me, but obviously I knew it was. So, and I loved the character I played. It's a surprise what happens to Mika's mother, the character that I played in the movie. It was fun. It was great fun.
Mika's mother is the wife of the living corpse, right?
No, Mika's mother is the mother of one of the boys in the orphanage that the living corpse's son goes to.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. I've only seen it once.
Yeah.
I've only seen it once, and it was about a year and a half ago.
Okay. Remember, I don't want to sort of give it away now.
Ah, don't worry about it.
That kid, huh?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
My character is the one that eats children.
Oh yes. Okay. Yeah. Definitely. Now I remember. Yep.
Right. Yeah. It was. I really enjoyed it. I love working with Justin. So I hope we do other projects in the future.
Now, how come you've done so many tiny little roles over so many films and not like gotten attached to like one thing or like a TV series and continued on with it? Has this been your choice, or it's just a matter of you finding work where you can?
It's just a matter of me really finding work where I can. Obviously, I go out for TV series. I audition for TV series, but I haven't found the role that fits me yet. Hopefully I will, and hopefully it'll be an amazing show like American Horror Story. I would love to be on the next season, and literally you never know what might happen. The breakdown for the role I will book might be out tomorrow. Who knows?
What?
I have worked a lot in indie film up to now, with a bit of TV, not as much as I would like, but indie film has been my home, really, up until now.
What has what have been some of the TV series that you have tried out for?
Oh, I've auditioned for Glee. I think I've auditioned for Glee 3 times.
Wow.
Actually, which is a good thing because it shows me that the casting directors keep on bringing me back. So they like me, but I'm just not right for whatever they brought me in for. What are the TV shows? Oh my gosh. What I did book, I booked a new series for Travel Channel, Hotel Secrets and Legends. My episode will air in about 2 months' time, and I also booked a TV series for Biography Channel called My Haunted House, which will air, I think, in May. I also booked a guest star in Legit, which aired last January, I think it is, and airing all over the place, where they replay episodes. I go out for TV so rarely that I don't really remember the different series. It's been about 20, 30 different series that I've actually gone out for. Big Love was another one that I went out for. One of the soaps. I forget which soap that I've also gone out for. And, it's just a matter of finding the character that fits you. That's all it is.
What are some of the movies that you have coming up very soon?
I just had the wonderful horror movie by Dennis Whitmire and Kevin Kolsch, Starry Eyes, that premiered at South by Southwest. And it literally blew everyone away. So I'm thinking that a distribution contract for Starry Eyes will be coming up really soon, and hopefully a theatrical distribution for Starry Eyes. That would be amazing. It was literally called the best new horror movie of 2014. So we're very, very excited to see what's going to happen with that one. African Gothic, a psychological thriller more than a horror, will show at the Palm Beach Film Festival pretty soon, and also in Dallas, I do believe it is. That hopefully will get distribution this year and will be out there. And another is a film that I'm in by Jason Bognazzi, and that's premiering later on this year. In a huge film festival. I cannot yet give the details of that one, but that's definitely going to be out. So it's called Samurai Incarnation. I'm waiting to hear on distribution details for that one. And the film that I just wrapped for Full Moon Features, which is called Trophy Head, is going to be premiering on Full Moon Streaming Channel, fullmoonstreaming.com, in April or May.
Cool.
And then once it's a 5-episode series, and once the series is played, I do believe it's also going to be released in a box set. So that one I'm really excited about. I cannot wait.
You also...
It's going to be so much fun.
You have a movie coming out...
Full Moon is just too much fun.
You have a movie coming out called Cockroaches? Is that, I'm assuming, about, like, disgusting cockroaches?
Actually, no. The cockroaches in that movie is a group of, cooks like real low-down, low-life crooks, the cockroaches of the human society. It's a comedy crime thriller, and it's presently in Sweden, of all places, for post-production. And we're thinking it's going to premiere in Sweden. They already have distribution in Sweden. It should get out of post in about 4 or 5 months' time. We should have a premiere in Sweden, then hopefully it'll get North American distribution, and that'll be that. I had great fun shooting that. I have great fun shooting most of my roles, actually. I'm just so grateful for whatever time I can spend on set. It's just too much fun. Really, I just love it.
The movie the short Boogeyman, what was that about?
That's an adaptation of Stephen King's story, The Boogeyman. It was one of his dollar babies. You know Stephen King, he's one of my favorite authors ever, and he allows filmmakers to make film adaptations of his short films by paying just $1 for the rights to the stories. This is one of those.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. I've heard he does that.
Yeah, it's amazing that he's actually allowing filmmakers to do that. I love his writing, especially his early short stories. They're just it's pure art the way they have been constructed.
You know, one of the
I jumped at the chance of being able to be in the Boogeyman. It's actually playing in our second festival in North Hollywood on April 10th, North Hollywood Cinefest.
You know what's funny is that one of the directors, one of the directors that actually did that when he was a student was Frank Davenport.
Oh yeah?
Darabont. Sorry, is that how you pronounce his name? Frank Darabont. He directed the Green Mile, The Shawshank Redemption, Mist, and is one of the creators of Lost. I mean, not Lost, The Walking Dead.
Oh, okay. I'm still not sure how to pronounce his name, though. I'm not from here. I'm from Africa. So, on things like names and accents, I'm a little bit lacking sometimes.
You're from South Africa?
Yes, I am.
Okay. The other film that I was kind of curious about was Neighbors, which is yet to come out. That's the movie starring it's Seth Rogen, right?
Seth Rogen, Zac Efron, I do believe.
Yes. You play a prostitute in that?
Yes. I had 2 days shooting on Neighbors, and my first day I was up at like 6, standing on the corner of Melrose Street in Hollywood, dressed in like these 16 high heels and a very, very short skirt. Very short. And me and another lady, we were playing prostitutes. It was a very quick scene, very, very funny. And I saw this guy walk by, and my mind went, she looks so much like Seth Rogen. And then the other half of my mind kicked in. I went, sure it does. It's his film. Duh. It was fun, though. I think that also premiered at South by Southwest.
Cool.
Really, I was into them. So that was pretty cool. I wish I could have been there, but I was here working. Yeah.
You've been in a lot of different kind of horror-like pictures and horror movies themselves. Do you have, as a personal preference, a favorite horror movie that you've always loved watching? Like, what would be your number one favorite horror film?
At the moment, and it changes as I explore new films. At the moment, I think my number one would be Nosferatu.
Oh, really?
Original Nosferatu, Max Schreck.
Yeah, you know what? It's funny
I
you.
love it, and
it's funny you say that. We actually showed it at a movie theater in Leominster, Mass. A few weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I would love to see it on the big screen. I've just, seen it on my laptop through Netflix streaming.
Yep.
But I love the old black and white horror movies. Another great favorite, I don't think you can call it horror though, is Metropolis. Fritz Lang's Metropolis.
No.
That is an amazing, amazing film.
No, it's definitely a science fiction thriller. If you go to WatchMojo.com on YouTube, they do like top 10 lists every single day. They list Metropolis as the number one film of the 1920s.
Oh, what? There especially the long version where you can actually figure out what the storyline is. I just watched it over and over again. I watched Giorgio Moroder's version for like the music. Then I watched the longer version for the full storyline, and it's just Rickard Helm is just brilliant in that film. The physicality that she brings to that role is just amazing.
Definitely.
I love it.
Definitely. Well, Maria, we appreciate you taking some time out to come on the show with us and talking to us a little bit about your career as well as some of the roles in some of our favorite horror movies.
It's my pleasure. Thank you so much for asking me.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And if you definitely definitely please come back on the show with us if you land something really big in the horror or science fiction circuit, and keep in touch with us so that way you can let us know, if you've made it big time and you're in something really huge with a big part.
Absolutely. Actually, I play the title and lead role in a film called Hattie that should shoot in May and June in Arkansas. We're just getting our budget in line right now. But that's got some pretty big names in, and I am not allowed to tell you who those names are. And hopefully we have a distribution deal through a big studio, which I'm not going to name because I might get shot. Okay. But yeah, that's going to be real exciting. And then 3 days after I wrap that, I am in another horror movie called Agoraphobia, which you'll see me teaming up with Tara Cardinal, that I was in Scarlet Samurai Incarnations with. Actually, her name is Tara Cardinal. She'll shoot me if I say it incorrectly. And Louis Simon. So that's going to be extremely enjoyable for me, just to hop from one to the other. Yeah, that's going to be fun.
Cool. Awesome. Well, definitely let us know if you end up on something, like on American Horror Story again, or like on something big like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. from Marvel Comics. That would be kind of cool.
Oh, that would be cool. Yeah, that would be cool. Yes.
All right, Maria, thank you very much for coming on the show with us again.
My pleasure. Thank you for inviting me.